I originally thought I was ready for quarter panels and the tail panel, but after digging deeper into Project Overkill, the plan has changed. Honestly, I won't be satisfied unless I fix this car correctly. Guys, it's an exciting day. Project Overkill is entering into a new phase of the restoration, and I'm a little nervous, but mostly excited. So my original plan when we got done with these doors, we were going to have them on the car. I was going to have a reference mark between the doors and the quarter, and I was going to be ready to start cutting the quarters off the car. From there, we were going to put quarters, wheel houses, trunk drop-offs, and a tail pan on the car, make it look like a car again. However, before we move forward, there are some issues up front and some issues in the floor pan that's got to be addressed. And I have tried my best to talk myself out of it, but I know that it's got to be done. There's no way I can call this car Project Overkill and leave these crappy floor pans in it. All right, so if we take a look at this floor pan, it looks pretty good sitting in the car. It looks pretty solid. I know some of you guys are probably saying I would love to have floors like that in my car. However, looks can be deceiving. You can see here, this back part of the floor pan is just covered in filler. Same over there. And not that filler is a bad thing, it's just covering very thin metal. And that's exactly what I ran into on the trunk pan. Give you a little close-up view of here. The metal is very pitted and it's pretty weak in certain areas. Okay, so we're going to travel back in time. I want to show you the trunk pan of this car before we cut it out. And it looked really good. You can see some evidence where I did some investigating to where there is a lot of pitted metal with skim coat of filler covering up the weak rusty metal. And actually, once we got to cutting it apart, it was really bad. And that's a good thing we got that old trunk pan out of there. This floor pan is no different. It's the same shape that trunk pan was in. The good thing about it though, when we blasted the back part of the car, all of the structure was really solid, with the exception of the lower frame rail on the driver's side. We did find some holes there, so we will be addressing that while the floor is out of the car. So when I originally looked at the car, I was going to replace the pans under the rear seat, and I was going to put in new pans up at the toe board area. That's 4 individual pans, and I'm going by the 3 strikes and you're out rule. It's just going to be way easier to put a new floor in this car than it is to do all that patching. I know if we were to sandblast the floor, we would have basically a Flintstone mobile at this point. We just got to do it right. We're at the point now to where it's going to make or break the build. And as much as I would like to move forward and save time, I do feel like we've got to go back into this floor area. Also, as I've pointed out in my other videos, we've got some pretty major accident damage here at the steering column mounting position on the firewall itself. So we will be putting a firewall in this car. And as of right now, the plan is to leave the torque boxes in it. The torque boxes look like they're okay. This is a new Dynacorn firewall here that we'll be test fitting up with the car. If we look at our top cowl panel, we can see evidence of previous repairs there. We'll be taking this top cowl panel off, and that's going to allow us to get into the cowl area and do our sandblasting that we need to do. I'd like to coat every bit of that. I've got these outer cowl panel pieces here on order. So once we remove that and remove the upper cowl, we should be able to basically get in there and address the rust and protect it for the future. I've got some rust up into the upper cowl, back behind the hole of the firewall where the heater goes. And this is going to give me a chance to address that. Like I mentioned, when I cut the trunk out, the trunk didn't look bad at all. And it was hiding a lot of rust. We have replaced the trunk, the inner cross rail, and the upper deck filler. But all that area has been done right. It's been sandblasted and it's been coated with epoxy, and then we went back in with our replacement parts. I do plan to build a jig for this car and jig it up, and that way we can do a cut down on it. I don't think we've jumped ahead of the gun by putting in the trunk first. I kind of wish I would have waited, but we've got what we've got. We are where we're at, and I stand behind the work we did here. I think it's going to be okay, because I had fitted the original trunk pan with the existing sheet metal, and it fit like a glove. I'll show you some pictures of that here. Look at this beautiful AMD floor pan that I've got. It is a work of art, guys, and it's going to look so much better sitting inside Project Overkill than what we currently have. We've got our new inner rockers here. We've also got our new cowl panel here. And I've also got a new lower frame rail. When we blasted the back part of the car, I knew that frame rail was in bad shape down near the bottom. And I knew I was going to be addressing it. The other one is questionable. I'm probably going to order another one just for the other side. It's not rusted, but it is just beat all to pieces of years of jack stands and bottle jacks. It's just really mangled up pretty bad. So this right here is a 3x5 I-beam that I bought off a marketplace, and I think this is going to work perfect. I got the idea from Rick over at Carthage Classic Cars, and you know, this is a little smaller than what I would have liked to have, but it'll be plenty enough for what we're doing here. Right there's a few other parts that I've acquired, and this is going to be for helping getting everything level. And I've got the caster so that I'll be able to roll it around. I am hoping that the outer rockers are good on this car. We will do an inspection on that, and if they are, then great. By all means, I want to remove the inner rockers, and I want to coat the inside of the outer rockers with epoxy, and then we can go forward with the new inner rockers, the floor pan, the firewall, the upper cowl, the two outer cowl sides, and at that point I think we will be ready to tackle the back half of the car. I plan to bring you guys along for it. I would like to do a video every other week. Sometimes we might only be able to do a short, but lately I've been able to do one short and one long form video. And what I need you guys to do, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. That's going to motivate me. It's going to resonate with me that you're signing on to what we're doing here and you want to see the videos. Also, let us know what you think of the project, good or bad. Put it in the comments. And with that, we'll see you guys on the next one.